Hello Nazar. Yeah, now your code is working or not? Still not working. Any PHP error or anything else? PHP error or PHP or coding MySQL error. Okay. Now, Khushi, just please be online. Let's see the Nazar code. Nazar, can you show me briefly what is the code? Just accept this request. Proceed. Not from update. If you directly run update, then you there is no id. We didn't send any id, is it? That's why we are not getting any id, index id. That's why the second warning also just display from here. Just click on edit, click on edit. Now you get, choose any other file if you want, and if you don't want to change, then you can update only name also. You can see the id whenever you click on the edit and you are redirecting to update.php. You can see the id on url question mark id equals to 1 2 or anything else. Now this is you can just select image from anywhere, does it? Incorrect. Why it is incorrect? Okay, just show me register page, register.php on our Sublime Text. And whenever you select image, you can select from anywhere. We just save our image to our folder, means our server folder. Did you get the point, Nazar? You can select from anywhere our image. Okay, let's see register.php. In the register localhost working db, and just remove line number 8 because we don't have to select database, because we already define the database name in our connection mysqli underscore connect. This is the updated version of mysql connection. We pass the db name also in the last argument of mysqli underscore connect. Okay, and is there any error? No. Now you can run the file, just save it and run it. Refresh. Okay, user email and email. Why it is incorrect? Just echo your, no, it isn't. Just echo your, no, yeah, put paste my ID. Echo your query, whatever be the query. Just try to echo that query. Database working. And table assignment, name, ID name, email, password, gender, image. Okay. Go to your update.php. Sorry, register.php. Go to your register.php. And register. 1 second. Insert into assignment name, email, password, image, email, value, value or values, underscore php, correct, post, underscore post. Just try to echo. 1 second. How would you echo? Oh, 1 second. You just use this bracket. Yeah, it is also correct. Okay, just copy this, insert into till images brackets. Copy, or you can say the just cut these double quotes from the line number 24. After connection, after conn, yeah, just cut these, yeah, with double quotes. We will just assign to one variable the whole code. No, double quotes. Okay, just copy all this. No, dollar insert. Just control that 2 times, Nazar. One more time. Okay. Copy this query. This is the query or not? Copy this query of line number 4. Just copy whole query and double quotes also. Yeah. Just copy this and paste, just before line number 24, means hit enter. Yeah, you can cut also, control X also if you want. In line number 23, on line number, just hit enter. Okay. I just want to assign this query into one variable. I just want to assign this query into one variable and I want to pass that variable here. Did you get the point, Nazar? Yeah. Only the, yep. Yep. And just assign to one variable just after the line number 23. You can pass dollar query. Just pass dollar query, dollar query, dollar query. Yeah. Yeah, with connection. 1 second. Dollar query equals to, yep, just paste whatever you have. Just paste. No, not hello. 1 second. You are not getting the point. Nazar. No, Nazar. 1 second. Nazar, I'm just taking control back. I'm taking control back. Let me show you. This is our task, and this is our register page. I just want to check is our query is running or not. How I can check? Just remove from here and just assign to one variable. Okay, I just assign our query into one variable, the semicolon, and just pass. You are using SQLi. Just SQLi, the pass connection variable, dollar $con and comma dollar query. Nothing else. So it is the same code. There is no difference. But we can just echo our query for debugging our code. Okay, and just put here die for just debugging. Now you get the point, Nazar? Nazar, are you there? Just do that. So uh, we can get the query whatever we are passing. So we can rectify the problem. Okay, just do that right now. Kushi, are you online? Just give me 5 minutes more. Hello, Kushi. Just 5 minutes. Now just after line number 24, remove the dollar symbol after equals to. Yep, and just echo query. Okay. Name, email, password, image, name, email, password. Hello. Well, this 1 second, Nazar. Go back to query here. Go back to .php, register.php. Yeah, on subject. And what you have done, assignment values image. These look like correct here. Why it is not correct? Insert into assignment name, email, value. Okay, okay. Image also. Just try copy and run. Copy from the copy query from our browser and run into our MySQL query. No, not here. Go to browser. Go to browser. Sorry. Go to browser, Nazar. And where you run our file register.task register.php, the second tab of our browser, second tab of our browser. Just copy here, yes, and paste into our localhost MySQL. Go error. Let me insert duplicate entry for 0 for key primary duplicate. Okay, go to structure. Go to structure. Within the structure, you didn't use auto increment. Means ID you didn't use the auto. Yeah, it is primary. Yeah, it is good. Just change. Go to change on the ID section. There is after extra. Yeah, there is change, and just click. Yeah, after null there is one auto increment checkbox. Name type length value default collection attribute null. After null, let me show what is this. What is the next? Yeah, auto increment true, and the save it. Theory alter table calls auto increment rejecting duplicate entry one for key primary. Answer. Okay, go back. Go back means yeah. On the structure again. On the structure again. Structure again. 1 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, go to structure again. Structure tab. Another structure tab. And just drop. After change option, there is one drop option in the ID. Yeah, after name type collection attribute null default extra, the change the drop here. You select this ID. One second, no column selected by this. Yeah, actually I'm getting your screen little bit after. Okay, now add one and select the columns. Add one after the after image. Select the column. Select no, not good. Okay, then go. No, Nazar, we need the column top of our table. Just go back to structure again. Nazar, go back to structure again. We need our ID again in the top of at the beginning of table. Yes, ID. Just name it ID. Length. Give the length 20. Yeah, integer is correct. Integer. Give the length 20. Check on auto increment. No, direct. Go to auto increment and select primary key. Here is one primary key. Okay, just click on OK. Just click on OK. Go. Sorry, and just click on Go. Save. Now you can run your program. Just click on the browse. You can run. It will be. We didn't remove the die. We didn't remove the die. Just remove the die. Echo and the die that we use for this debugging. Just save it and run it. Now your program will run successfully. Then I'm not working the screen. Fill all the information and just click on the save. You saved the information, does it? Okay. Yeah. Just choose file. You can choose image from anywhere. Okay. Now it's working or not, Nazar? Yeah. Because the mistake is we didn't auto incremented true on our table of column of ID. So whenever we are entering 0, it will be duplicate entry, and duplicate entry are not allowed in primary key. Okay. Okay, let's start today's session, Nazar. Now Khushi, are you there? Khushi, are you there? Yeah. Start today. We are going to discuss about the JavaScript. Khushi, yesterday in the yesterday session also we discussed about the JavaScript. Yeah. Actually, Nazar, we just discuss JavaScript briefly, not in detail. We just discuss the main important topic of the JavaScript. Okay. So first thing is the Java. What is the JavaScript? JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. Means it is a language, programming language, but the whole code of the JavaScript executes on the client side. Client side means on, you can say, on the server, on the browser. Sorry, client side means on the browser. With the help of browser, all the JavaScript code executes. Did you get the point? Client side scripting language. Okay, Nazar? Okay, Khushi? Now, why we use JavaScript? We use JavaScript to perform so many tasks on the client side. Means uh, such as validations. We already see the validations in the server side with the server side language, means with the PHP. PHP is our server side language. So that validation called server side validations. Nazar, we already see the client side validation, also JavaScript validation. Is that so or not? We already see the validations of JavaScript. Yeah. So we can perform the validations and so many tasks. Means with the help of JavaScript, there is one another language created. Means you can say the libraries of JavaScript is called the jQuery. jQuery also one client side language. Did you hear about the jQuery anywhere? jQuery, Nazar? Nazar, yeah. There is one other language, jQuery. Okay, Kushi? jQuery, nothing else, just libraries of JavaScript. Means whole code of jQuery with the use of the JavaScript. Means there is so many libraries of JavaScript, and we combine, or somebody combine the libraries and make one jQuery. So with the help of JavaScript and jQuery, we can perform so many tasks, such as there is one calendar. Whenever you click on any text box of any website, you get one calendar or not, selecting date. Many sites provide calendars. This is done with the help of jQuery and the JavaScript. The slider, image slider, so there is one big banner and automatic slide the image, so that is called slider. That is also integrated with the help of JavaScript. Okay, and the jQuery, with the library of JavaScript means jQuery. Okay, Nazar. So this is the working of JavaScript and the jQuery. Now we just see some brief knowledge of JavaScript, because I didn't discuss with Khushi about the JavaScript. Now, first thing is that you have to know about some property of HTML events, HTML tags, some property of HTML tags. Okay, let's say there is one tag, input tag, input type, let's say text. Okay, there is one tag, type equals to text. Type is a one property. Okay, we generally use one more property, name. We just give any name, f name. Okay, these are the property. But there is one more property of HTML tag, id. From id also we can identify our input type, input field of our HTML. id, you can give any name. I'm just using same name. You can use same name also. Name, fname, id, fname. Okay, fname. Okay, fname. You can use fname underscore id. You can use any name, any name. Okay, okay, Khushi. Is there any confusion? Khushi, no confusion. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, sorry. What is the use of JavaScript? Yeah, yeah. I'm going to discuss about means JavaScript doesn't use name property of our HTML tag. Means with the help of name property we cannot just catch the value of our HTML tag into the JavaScript language. We have to catch using ID. Okay, we have to catch using ID. Means within the JavaScript, if you want, what we do with the name property of this text box, we get the value whatever we entered of value into the this text box, we get using dollar underscore get or dollar underscore post in PHP, dollar underscore post and name of our input tag. So name used to get the value in PHP of any tag. ID, we use ID also to identify our HTML tag in JavaScript. Okay, okay, Kushi. And there is one more option, ID and class. Class also one more option. You can you can use any name of class also. F class. Okay, FID. Let's see FID. First name, first FID, F class. You can use any name. No need. There's no required that you have to use a FID only. You can use any name. Okay, Kushi. And this is the one option you can use. You can just catch the that particular input type using class also. These are the property of our tags, HTML tag. Every HTML tag, Nazar, every HTML tag can have ID and the class. Okay, means button also. If we have any input button, input type submit, you can say input type submit. We can have ID, SUB. You can give any name. I just give SUB. Class, you can have class also, SUB. Okay, you can give any name of ID and the class. Okay, Nazar. Okay, Khushi. Is there any confusion? So now how we use JavaScript. Okay, let's see. In this, the first thing is we already discussed about the syntax, Khushi, yesterday. What is the syntax of JavaScript? We have to use within the script tag. Whatever be the syntax, we have to use within the script tag. Operator, one second, let's start with statement. We'll just no output, one second, statement. Output we will discuss after the function. This is the script tag. You can use script tag anywhere but not within the PHP tag. You have to use script tag outside the PHP tag. Yeah, you can use script tag within the HTML tag. What I'm saying, yeah, this is the HTML tag or not, Khushi and Nazar? Yes, this is the HTML tag. We are using script tag within the HTML tag. Yes, we can use. There is no error. But if you use script tag within the PHP tag, let me just show you. One second. Script. Just use HTML tag. Let's remove this. Yeah, this is also correct. You can use outside the HTML tag. Our JavaScript code means JavaScript code will going to return into within the script tag only. Okay, within the script tag only. This is the script start and this is the script end. Okay, and let me just introduce one more. HTML element. You can say element p tag. Nothing else. A simple tag p tag. Many times we use simple text directly here or not outside the any tag, but we in the programming we are not going to use like this directly text into the HTML. We have to use text within the any HTML tag. So this is the p tag. P stands for paragraph, means it's just print as it is, nothing else, but it is the coding standard, nothing else. This is the p tag. And you can give the ID. Let's just give ID demo or anything else. Demo, you can give demo or PID. What I'm doing, I'm using one p tag but blank. It will just print nothing. It will print nothing. Let me show you. Index, which page we are JavaScript. Host JavaScript. Sorry, Kushi. Kushi, did you say anything? Okay, okay, sorry. Script the index.php. Now it is running. What we have done? Nothing, means just a text box and go button. How we get this? Using text box, using this and the go button just below input type equals to submit, and we just said go. We also use p tag, but we didn't use anything into the p tag. Okay. Now how we just insert the data into p tag in using JavaScript. The JavaScript code will be within the script tag only. Okay. So let's start. Where? What is the where? Nazar, we already discussed about the where. What is the where? Nazar, are you there? No, we discussed in the JavaScript. Kushi, what is the where? Why we use where? VAR, where? Kushi, we discussed yesterday. Where used to just declare variable in the JavaScript. Why we use where? To declaring a variable. How we declare variable in PHP? Dollar symbol and variable name, or not, and directly assign any value in PHP. But in the JavaScript, we have to use first this keyword. This is the one predefined inbuilt keyword where after where space any variable name. You can use any name. V1 means variable. You can use any name. We just assign 5 into V1, and in V2 we assign 6. And what we are doing into Z variable, we are just adding two variable values V1 and V2, and assigning to another variable VZ. And what we are doing by using this code, just understand, just keep in your mind, we using this line number 18, we are putting whatever with the value, we are putting the value of Z into the p tag, let me show you. I will just explain that. I'm not getting, see it or not, one second. Yeah, I just saved it. Oh, demo, sorry. So I just changed the ID, so I have to pass that ID here also. It will not display any error message if you just use wrong syntax, wrong logic in the JavaScript. It will not display any error message on the browser. Okay, we are getting 11 on the p tag. How I can say, you can use inspect element. Okay, every browser has this option, inspect element. Let's see, inspect element script text java. Why it is coming, I don't know, but this is 11. Where is 11? You can find the 11 within the p tag. Can you see Nazar and Khushi, this line? Khushi, can you see this line? Where is 11? Khushi? Yeah, 11 in between the p tag. How we just do that? By using this line of code. Now, what is this line? Okay, document dot get element by ID. What is the document? Document is a predefined keyword used to just assign the current document. Means it just indicate that this the current document of our current document, nothing else. Our current document dot get element by ID. This is also one function, get element by ID. Within this function we pass, if we pass any ID, any text box ID or any p tag ID, any button ID, anything, then it will just indicate that particular HTML tag. What we just did, just pass the PID, the ID of our p tag. It is ID or not? I already told you, we will just point out our HTML tag using ID in JavaScript coding. Not use the name property. We will use ID property, okay, of HTML tag. This is the one HTML tag. And what is our requirement? Our requirement is whatever be the result, I have to just assign that result within our p tag. So document, current document, this is the function get element by ID function. Get element by ID, you have to use this capital and this capital. The small g, e and b should be capital. And ID, within the double quotes or single quote, you have to pass just ID dot inner HTML. This is one method of JavaScript, inner HTML. You can understand by the name of that method also. Inner HTML means we are just assigning this value to here inner HTML of our p tag, nothing else. You get the point, Nazar? Khushi, just tell me where is the confusion? Sorry, PID is ID of our paragraph tag. This is also one new tag or not? Yes, this is also one new tag of HTML. If we whatever we are not going to just enter tags outside of any HTML tag. This is the against of standard of coding. We have to use within the any HTML tag. So there is one p tag for just simple text or simple any some line value. We use the p tag. It will just display as it is. It doesn't change anything. It will just display the value as it is. Okay, means if you I'm just removing this for a while. If you pass Govind, then it will just display Govind same. It will change nothing. It is used to just display text and an integer or any value or any string also or any sentence. It is used for just for sentences paragraph tag. Okay, this is the simple paragraph tag of our one second. Yeah. HTML. But what we are doing, we are doing a calculation in JavaScript, a simple calculation adding two numbers, okay, and displaying into this paragraph tag. Okay, Kushi? Now, next requirement. My next requirement in JavaScript, I want three text boxes. Okay, one second. If I click on go, then it will no, it can't be done. Okay, for that you have to learn the function of JavaScript. Okay, this is the simple calling of the JavaScript document.get element by ID, and there is two alert and the confirmation box also is there, just to show the message, nothing else. Alert just show the message. You can pass any hard coded string, and if you want to display any variable value, you can pass the variable also within the alert. This is one information box. This is used to information box alert. This is the code of JavaScript. Okay, Nazar, we use alert in the validations. Nazar, did you remember? Okay, we use that high pop-up using this line of code, nothing else. This is the alert box. Alert box. We can alert any message, and we can also alert the value of any variable. Okay, means if you remove from here and just use here and just pass the Z, then it will display you the value of Z, nothing else. It is displaying or not? 11. Nazar, 1 second, please be online. Hello, hello Nazar. Hello Nazar, are you there? Hello, Nazar. Khushi, are you there? Sorry for inconvenience. Khushi, are you there? Why we get this pop-up? You can see the pop-up box or not? This is one pop-up box, and we get this pop-up box code alert. Just alert. If you run, if you just write alert only, just alert within the brackets. You write nothing. Then also you will get one pop-up. Okay. Let me show you. Once again, we have to just click on OK. Yeah, refresh. We get pop-up. Okay, but there is nothing. These are there is page at localhost says and the prevent this is the because of our browser. Every browser display different text, but we are displaying by using code nothing, but we are getting the pop-up. This is called one pop-up. We get the pop-up using alert. Using alert, okay, Khushi. Now we are passing z. What is the z? The third variable. What is within the z? The calculation of first variable and second means the addition of first and second variable means 11. Now if I just pass z, I have to just pass directly. At the time of declaration only we have to use where keyword. Okay. After that we have to pass the variable directly. Do not need to use where keyword every time. Okay, Nazar, you get the difference? Yes. Now, if I just refresh, then within the pop-up, I get 11. You can see the code. Before document.get element by id pid.inner.html, we use pop-up. Okay. So we are getting one pop-up with the value of 11, but we are not getting 11 on the browser. We are getting no. Till now we are not getting because that line after this pop-up. So if I click on OK, then I will get the 11. Means next line will execute after clicking on OK. Okay, Nazar and Khushi, you get the working of pop-up. Sorry, Nazar. Another example. Yeah. Okay. Same. I just want to know the value of z is greater than 10 or not. Okay. I just want to know the value of z is greater than 10 or not. I can use if else also within the JavaScript. This is the JavaScript code. If z equals to or double equals to only equals to, oh okay, I just want to know greater than 10 or not. Greater than 10, z greater than 10. Okay, so just alert alert is for just displaying the message for in within the pop-up alert any message. Value is greater than 10. Otherwise otherwise means else part. Alert alert, yeah, alert correct. Within the double quote or single quote, value is less than 10. Simple logic or not, Nazar? Simple logic. I just want to know our value is greater than 10 or less than 10. So whatever be the value, it will just check within our if condition and display a proper message. What we are doing within the if condition, just checking the value of z. If the value of z greater than 10, then if condition is true, then this will be execute. Otherwise, if this is false, then this condition will execute. Let me show you. Yeah, value is greater than 10. Means value is 11. That's why it is greater than 10. It is executing the first condition. If I change the value, means I just use exactly 10. Then also this condition will false or not, Khushi? If the value of z is equals to 10, then this condition will false or true? Khushi? False. Okay. So else part will execute. Let's see. Else part will execute or not. One second. Yeah, value is less than 10. Okay. So this is the working of alert. I'm just showing the working of alert. Means alert can be display our message within a pop-up. Okay. Within one pop-up. Okay, Nazar? Okay. Now one more thing. There is one more pop-up box. One more pop-up box, confirmation box. Confirmation box. Okay. Let me show you. Let me just remove this. What I do? Just using hi. Inner HTML, within the inner HTML, just using hi. Okay. Now confirmation box. How we get the confirmation box? Confirm. Confirm. Okay. This is the code for displaying for a confirmation. How the confirmation box comes on our browser? Let's see. This is the confirmation. Why I said the confirmation box? Because we are getting one cancel and okay within the pop-up box, alert box. We are getting only one okay, not cancel. Okay, Nazar, do you get the difference? No, one second. I just use the one alert before the confirmation. Alert. Let's see the difference between the alert and the confirmation. Let's run in this browser. Okay. First we get one alert box. I just run into Mozilla Firefox. That's why I'm not getting any text. Okay. So we get one OK button only. Nothing else. No, not two buttons, only one OK button. If we click on OK, then second line of code will execute. Now we are getting one OK and the cancel also. This pop up because of confirm code, confirm brackets. This is the confirmation box. Okay, Khushi, you get the difference? Confirmation box and the alert box. First one is alert box. Second one is confirmation box. Within the confirmation box, we get the one OK and the cancel. You get the difference, Khushi? Yeah. Okay. Now, now this is the UI difference, means in the display difference. What is the working difference of alert and the confirmation? Within the alert, it will return nothing. Okay, but confirmation function or confirmation box return true or false. Let me just remove alert. Okay, it will return either true or false. Let me show you. Just show you. If I get one confirmation box. Now, if you click on OK, then it will return true. If you click on cancel, then it will return false on the code. If you are just discussing about the code, about the logic. Now let's see the true and false it is returning or not. Confirmation box, just I'm just entering any string. You can enter any string or you can use blank confirmation box also. I'm just entering, do you want to continue, continue, any string, just random string. I just use. Okay, it will return whenever any function. This is one kind of function, but it is the predefined inbuilt function of JavaScript. Whenever any function returns anything, we can catch that value within the variable or not. Yes, we can we already see in the PHP also. If any variable returns anything, any function return anything, we can catch that return value into one variable. CV, confirmation value. You can use any variable name. I just use CV, where CV, and within the where CV, what we are assigning, whatever confirmation box returns. Okay, okay, Nazar. Now, CV is a user defined function. You can use any any name. You can use any name. This CV, na, this is the one variable. I just use one variable. Demo, you can use anything. Okay, I just use CV1. You can use anything. I just use CV1. So now, what is our requirement? Whatever with the confirmation box returns, I just want to see that value. This is my requirement right now. Okay, if you can alert that value, alert or not. Yeah, alert, and within the alert just pass CV1. It will display the value or not, Nazar. It will display the value. Let me show you one confirmation box with the message, do you want to continue. If I clicked on OK, then it should be written true. Yeah, let me click OK. Yeah, it is true is coming on our pop-up or not. Yeah, true is coming. If I click OK, then it will just remove. And if I click on cancel, then false is coming. Now it is proved or not, our confirmation box return true or false, either true or false. Okay, Nazar, you get the point. So before deleting, what we use in our task, do you really want to delete? Why, with the on click of that particular button, and we use the same confirmation box, just different string we use within the confirmation. Do you really want to delete? If anybody says okay, just delete it, return true, then no, don't stop the execution. If it is return false, then just stop the execution, nothing else. Okay, we can use this true or false. Okay, I can show you. We can use this true or false or not. CV1 equals to true. Okay, if CV1 equals to true, means this code will execute. I have to alert, alert. Document dot write also is one, you can say one method to just print any text using JavaScript. I'm just using alert. You clicked on OK. It is clicked on OK or not means CV. The value of CV is true when somebody clicked on OK in within the confirmation box. Whenever he get the confirmation box, otherwise alert you clicked cancel. I have to use semicolon. The same method as PHP. We have to terminate our line using semicolon. Okay. Now let's see if I just refresh. Do you really want to continue? Yeah. Okay. I want to continue. Yeah. You clicked on OK. Next time, if I cancel, you clicked on OK. Oh, I didn't. Else should be else. If see else alert, you click on cancel. Should be a CV1 equals to just assigned to equals to one second Nazar. She react cancel. You clicked on the cancel. I'm just if I want check then double equals to same as PHP. Okay. Did you get the working? Kushi and Nazar means I just want to show you we can use that value also within one if else. Means if somebody just clicked on cancel, yeah, we can just use that user choice into our code. We can use the user choice or not, Nazar? Yeah. Yeah, that is just I'm trying to just show you. We can use the user choice within the if else. Yes, we can code the anything else of JavaScript code. Now we are just displaying the message, nothing else. So this is one confirmation and one alert box of JavaScript. Kushi, is there any confusion? Any question of confirmation box and alert box? Okay. Another, is there any question? Yeah. Within the alert box, text field, we cannot, no. Means you are saying that, one second, this is the confirmation box. Okay. Within this alert box, you are showing within this alert box and you want to enter the text at the runtime. No, it is not possible. It is just for displaying the message, just for displaying the message, and confirmation box also just for displaying the message. But in the confirmation box we have one OK and cancel, so it will return true or false, nothing else. Okay. Now we just see the confirmation box and the yeah, using the inner HTML. The inner HTML just put the any string, any value into the any our HTML tag of inner HTML. Okay. If you want to just put this high value into our text box, which text box? This text box. Okay. I just want to put this high into the text box. How would we do that? It is not working with inner HTML. Let's see. If I just change the ID, I have to just change the ID or not. Now it is the text box ID, FID. FID, this is our text box or not? Kushi? Yeah. We just change the ID. Now, but it is not work by because text box don't have inner HTML. Text box have the value. There is no hi. It is just a confirmation box. Old code. Okay. So we have to use dot in place of dot as inner HTML. We have to use dot value in case of text box. If I use dot value, then we will get hi into the text box. Now it is coming or not, Nazar? And Kushi, just using in place of inner HTML, I am using dot value. The same code document dot get element by ID. Within the document dot get element by ID, we pass the ID of our HTML tag and dot value and dot inner HTML. You get the difference between the dot value and dot HTML. एक 1 सेकंड नजर प्लीज बी ऑनलाइन
इसमें अपन ने वो तो कर दिया है मंडे को लॉगिन और रजिस्ट्रेशन कर देंगे है ना अजेक्स के थ्रू करेंगे गुड ना साउंड गुड वैसे मैंने बताया नहीं सर को कि वो उस पे काम चल रहा है तो पता ही किया है कम से कम कल कुछ नहीं हुआ मंडे को तो अपनी बोलेंगे इस पे काम स्टार्ट किया है वापस शुरू हो गया चलो हैप्पी वीकेंड Sorry, Nazar. Yeah, Nazar, just tell me, is there any confusion? Nazar? Are you there? Kushi, are you there? Yeah, I can be. Kushi, just see. The PHTM, this is the paragraph tag, is used to just display any sentences, big sentences, nothing else. Okay, a simple tag. But this tag don't have the property of value. Means our text box have the property value, but this p tag have the property inner HTML. Okay, inner HTML. So whenever you want to, 1 second, if I just change, I want to just display hi within the p tag. This is the p tag or not? I just want to display hi within the p tag. And let me just remove this also. You can comment same. 1 second. I just use Control Z. In the JavaScript also you can comment like PHP. Okay. Now what is the 1 second? You have to comment. I have to just comment. Or I can remove this also. Now only one line code is there of JavaScript. My requirement is I just want to put hi or any other tag hi. You can put anything hi hello into our paragraph tag. This is the p tag paragraph tag. But if I use dot value means document indicate for current document. Dot get element by ID. You can understand by the name of this function. Means it is just indicating the particular tag of our HTML. Get element by ID. Get element by ID, particular element of our HTML. We pass the ID of our HTML. Dot value means the value of that HTML. But in the p tag, it doesn't have the value property. It has the inner HTML property. Let me show you. If I just run now, I'm not getting hi and hello into the p tag. Yeah, there is one p tag, but it is blank. Let me show you. Is blank or not?
This is one our HTML, and the title. One second. From here, I can just find. Yeah, blank. That's why maybe we cannot see. Body. Where is the body tag? Yeah, here is the body tag. Yeah, p tag. Here is our p tag. Okay, Nazar. But it is blank. Why? Because our code is wrong. We cannot put hi, hey, hello using dot value. I can put only dot inner HTML. Inner HTML. I have to pass inner HTML. So it will be display on our this wrong spelling. Inner H should be capital HTML. Oh, all should be capital HTML. Sorry, HTML. Okay, inner HTML should be in capital. Means we are just putting the value, any value, into our p tag. Why? With the help of inner HTML, because p tag don't have the property dot value or value property. Let me show you. Now our p tag have hi and hello. You can also check within the code also. This is the inspected code, means on the browser you can see our p tag have hi and hello, and this is the printing of our HTML code. But in case of, if you want to show any value of text box to the text box, if you want to show any value to the text box, you have to use dot value in place of inner HTML. We have to change first id. Okay, I'm just copying this and pasting for text box also, then you will get the difference. Now I just want to show same hi hello in the text box also. We have an empty text box or not? Yes, but we cannot show using inner HTML. We have to use dot value, means we are assigning this value into our text box, nothing else, and it will be display on the browser also. Let me show you hi and hello. Okay, Nazar, inner HTML work for paragraph tag, and there is some more tag, it will work for that tag only. But dot value, it will work for that dot value for text boxes, checkbox, drop down. For these we have to use hello, hello, Nazar, can you hear me? Hello Nazar, can you hear me Nazar? Hello. Nazar, Khushi, can you hear me? Khushi? Hello, Khushi, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, sorry guys, I just got disconnected my call.
Now you can hear me. Can you hear me, guys? Okay. Now, where we are in dot inner HTML and dot value document, current document get element by id one predefined function. We have to pass one id of our HTML input tag or any other tag, and dot inner HTML and dot value to just define the value of that, and define the value of a, or you can say inner HTML used to just define the string within that paragraph tag. Okay, okay, Nazar and Khushi. Okay, now we will see how we use functions in JavaScript. Okay, how we use functions. But for using function, we have to know one property, or you can say one event property of our HTML tags. Event property. We already discussed, Najar, briefly at the time of validations. The events means it is our submit button or not, Khushi? It is our submit button, go button. Yeah. So on click, we clicked or not this button every time. We clicked or not? Yes, we clicked. On click means there is one event. On click, it means there is so many events. On click events, on blur events, on mouse over, on and the text box event, the on the blur, key press, key up. These are the events of our HTML tags. Every HTML tag have the different events. Means on, you can see on blur, one second. this is the list of event of our submit button. On blur, on click, on change, on double click, on focus, on key down, on key press. Means some events are working, some events are working on it means there is some events that are not working on different browser, but the major events of our buttons means the important event on click, yeah, it is working on every browser. We will use on click. This is the one event property. Yeah, it is one property of our HTML submit button, but event property. Within this property, we can pass a function name of JavaScript. Means we can call a function of JavaScript. Let me just let it as it is here. How we just define the function. First, let's see how we define any function in JavaScript using function keyword function. Any function, you can use any name. Demo, you can use any name. Okay, that's why I just use demo. This is the definition of function or not. Means 1 second, one alert. You can write any number of code. I just write one alert box, nothing else. Within the function, within the demo function. Okay, this is the coding of our function, nothing else. Whenever we just execute this function, we will get one alert box and the message within the demo function. But as I told you, in PHP also our function doesn't execute automatically. We have to call the function or not, Nazar? We have to call our function or not? It will not going to execute automatically. We have to call. How we call in PHP? Just write the name of our function, demo. This is the name of our function or not? Yes, it is the name of our function. You can call demo from anywhere. Now, let's see. If you click, means our function is called within the demo function. Yeah, it is the our function. If you don't write this, then there is no alert box. There is no alert box. Okay, Kushi, Kushi, did you get the point? What is the function and how we call? Same as PHP. There is no difference. Same. So we have to call demo. This is the definition of function. But we have to call our function for execution. So we will get one alert box. Yes, we get one alert box, demo function. Now let's use the property or event property of our button. Let's use on click. Okay, on click, what we are doing? On click, what we are doing? What is our requirement? Our requirement is whenever we click on the button go, we just want to execute. We just want to execute this function. So simple, just call the function, nothing else. Remove from here. We can use directly the code. Directly code. Don't have to use the script tag. This is the main combination of HTML and the JavaScript. Means you don't have to use a script tag if you are calling the JavaScript function using the event property only. This is the event or not? Yeah, this is the event. On click event of our submit button. Let's see how function called whenever we click on the button or not. Let's see. Yeah, this is our simple. No function calling has been done till now whenever we clicked on the go. Yeah. within the demo function. It means a function call, JavaScript function call with the help of button. Whenever you click any number of time, a function will call. Khushi? Khushi, can you see that? And can you understand why we are getting this alert box every time? Did you get the point, Khushi? Why we are getting alert box every time? Khushi, this is one, yeah, our demo function. This is our demo function or not? We just define this demo function within our JavaScript code. Means it is the JavaScript function. But this function will execute only whenever we called this. Same as the function of PHP. No difference. But we can call JavaScript function using our HTML tag also. Our HTML tag means input tag, any submit button, any drop down and the select, and in checkbox also. We will see the checkboxes, drop down, all the thing in our future session. But we right now we have one submit button. Now my requirement is I just want to call our JavaScript function whenever we clicked on the go button. What we have to do for that, calling of JavaScript function, HTML provide the events of HTML tag. This is one HTML tag or not, submit button, and on click you can understand by the name itself. On click is one event. What you have to do on click, you have to just call the function, nothing else, simple code. And I just called the demo function of JavaScript. So I just called, so it will execute this line, whatever the number of lines of this function, it will execute that all the lines. Okay, Kushi, tell me, is there any confusion? I can repeat again. Because function calling is important, of JavaScript function calling is important, because we will use the function calling or by using event in the Ajax also. In the validations means we have to use the value within the validations also. In the deleting means uh, in our task, whenever we want to delete, then it asks or not a confirmation box, we really want to delete, we use same logic. On click event of our anchor tag, we just call a JavaScript function. Within the JavaScript function, we use confirmation box, the same logic, nothing else. Okay, Khushi, just tell me where is the confusion. Nazar, is there any confusion? Sorry, I didn't get you, Nazar. Okay, can we move ahead or not, Nazar? Okay, Khushi. So this is our event this is the event, on click event. Yeah, you can understand by the name itself, on click. Yes, on click, what we are doing? Just calling our function. Okay, you can pass the argument also. One second. One second, let me show you argument or text box. Okay, this is the on click for demo. Now, this is our text box or not, Nazar? Yes. Input type text, our text box. text box also have the events. On click also is there, on key change also is there, on blur also there, on key press, on key down, on key up. Let's use key up, or you can use also on click. Let's use on click demo 1, and I just create one demo 1 function. And one second, let me just use this after creating the function. What I have done, on click just use demo 1, or I can use the demo also same function. I can call same function with the text box also. Let me show you it is coming or not. Yeah, we get on click demo function. Yes, yeah, you can write anything, it will not coming, but whenever you click, yeah, our function is execute, means our function called and it is executed. Okay, the same logic. On click event have our button also, on click event our text box also have. Okay, both the text box and button have on click event. What we have done, the demo same function we call. You can use the demo one, you have to create one more function for that. Now I'm just trying to describe you function with arguments. Demo one, I need where I have to pass where a or not, I don't know. One second. 10% remaining text. We have to pass this dot value. One second. Let me just check. I will explain. I just want to alert the value of text box, nothing else. Let me just check first. Yeah, there is nothing, that's why it is displaying nothing. If I enter Govin and on and clicked, I'm getting the Govin, means I'm just passing the text box value into my function using argument. We already discussed about the argument of function. Nazar, in the PHP, same as JavaScript can also have the argument of a function. Whatever you pass at the calling time, it will just, you can catch that value at in the definition, and you can display that value, or you can manipulate within your code or within your logic same value. What I have done, on click this dot value, whatever be the value, this just indicate the particular current text box. This dot value, whatever be the value we entered, just pass that value within our function. We just pass that value within our function, and this txt, this is one user defined variable. You can use any variable, and we just alert that variable, nothing else. Okay, if you pass anything, if you pass nothing and on the click, then it will, now if you pass go, then it will display go. If you pass nothing and on click event, on the on click event, it is displaying nothing. Okay, this is the on click. So this is the logic of argument function. And one logic also, the this dot value, just keep remember this dot value also, we can just catch the current value of text box using this dot value. This indicate current, and dot value just simple value of the text box, nothing else, and we just pass using argument. Okay, Kushi? Kushi, are you there? Yeah, is there any confusion? On click demo one, this dot value we use for current value of our text box, and we pass that value using argument, and we just catch that value and display using alert. Nothing else. Simple code. Just tell me, is there any confusion? Okay, Nazar, do you have any query, any confusion, any doubt? Yeah, just try to you try using this our you can try yourself of what you call W3 school. You can use W3 school also for learning JavaScript code. Okay, I will just tell you more about the JavaScript in our next sessions. That's it for today's session. Okay, Kushi.